Hi, my name is Marvin Silk. For those of you that do not know me, I have a mission here, and I want to teach everyone to cook. And we're doing this with simple ingredients and with basic steps. And we're not going to use any recipes here. We're going to use techniques and kind of just basic food chemistry. So I'm going to start off by preheating the pan. While that's preheating, I'm going to describe my choice of pan here. There's two different types here. I have a Teflon pan. You can use that at home if you wish. I personally do not really like that type of pan for this application. I like it for maybe like eggs and such. But we're going to use this Teflon stainless steel pan. So I got a lot of questions about how to properly sear salmon, and I think that's funny because just a lot of people watch these cooking shows and they don't teach you the basic stuff. They're all on their fluff and all that. So I want to show you the three fundamental things that you need to look out for to make sure that your salmon does not stick. So while this is heating up, we're going to pat the salmon dry because moisture going on the pan is going to make it stick, or the pan not being hot enough will make it stick. So we're going to pat it dry. We're going to season it up with salt. I hope everyone knows that that's salt. If you don't, I'm sorry. And we're going to do some pepper, courtesy of Costco. So to know if your pan's hot enough, you're going to start seeing, they call it like whispering, which is like smoke coming from the pan. I don't know if we'll be able to catch it here with the video equipment, my iPhone. So another way to tell that, and I still think we're not really quite ready there, but what you can do is you just put a little water on there and you can tell by the type of sizzle you get out of it. And you can see it like start to beat up. So that is telling us that it is ready. Don't put a lot of water in there, because if you mix water and oil, you're going to be in trouble. I have two different types of oil here. Olive oil or extra virgin olive oil and just regular vegetable oil. I think a lot of those TV chefs cook with olive oil. I don't feel that that's necessary, so you don't have to have this nice expensive oil. You can just get some oil from like Meijer or Publix, Kroger, and use that. So you're not like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to cook good. You just have to use good ingredients and use good techniques. So it's hot enough. We got the salmon dry. Be very careful as you're putting in the salmon. You don't want it to splash and burn yourself. So I always put the salmon down at like a 6 to a 12 o'clock. So you're putting it away from you essentially. Then I push it down so it gets good contact with the pan. That's very important. So we're going to let that go for a minute. As that's cooking, the things that you want to look for to tell when it's time to flip it is you'll start to see color. And you want it to be about a quarter of the way up. I guess like the cooked color will be a quarter of the way up from the placement of the pan. And it'll also tell you when it's ready. We're definitely probably a good 30 seconds to a minute away. But the reason I don't like recipes is I have this old stove in this little apartment. You might have a really nice stove, you might have a gas stove, and your stove is going to cook different than mine. So to tell you, turn it on this and cook it for this amount of time, I think when they do that to you, it sets you up for failure. So that, you have this instructions, and food's not that simple. My piece of salmon might be bigger than yours, so it might take a little longer to cook. This pan's different, so there's so many different variables. So if you use like common sense and proper cooking techniques, you don't have to follow a recipe. I think that like sets you in the wrong direction when they do that. All right, so we're going to take a look at it and see if it's ready to come up. It is moving, so that's good. It's sticking a little bit on this back corner, so I might be a little early, but I'm going to let it go for a little bit longer. But it's starting to look really good. And the reason we do that, the reason we brown it like this is you're going to get good color and flavor from it. Probably a lot of people went wrong and they flip it over and that beautiful charred or caramelized color on the salmon has stuck to your pan, and you're cheating yourself out of a good piece of fish. I think we're ready. It's feeling pretty good. And we're going to give it a flip. It's not so bad. It's going to go in the oven. And before we started the live feed, I threw another piece in. And this guy's ready, I think. Yeah.
Now, why did you
She's
push
looking
it?
good. When you push it down like that, you can kind of tell like the spring in it. So you do this with steaks, and I consider salmon to be really close to a steak, at least the texture-wise. It's kind of different from different types of fish. But when you push down on it, it feels firm. So it tells me it's probably like medium well. It's definitely done. I don't want it to cook any longer because I don't want to dry it out. Nobody wants dried fish. So I urge you to please ask questions. I know we went a little quick there, but I think the live feed only goes for about 10 minutes. So
Amanda asked, can pretty much all pans go? I think she means in the oven.
yeah, that's a great question. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. Pretty much everyone I've had can go in, but you want to be certain that way you're not melting the pan. I think this one's okay because it's metal here, but I do have another pan that I've tested it to the limit several times by putting it in there. I don't think I'm supposed to, but I have several times, and it's been fine. So just get a durable pan. You know, they're not that expensive, and at the end of the day, it's definitely worth it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post them, and we're gonna finish this segment of the video, and then we're gonna go ahead and start on the tomato caper relish. So thanks for tuning in.